Today, we're going to dissect one of the most compelling villains you'll ever encounter. And he's not from some horror flick, he's from a really dense philosophical drama called The Wager. We are diving deep into the mind of Mephistopheles, a devil who feels like he was literally made for our modern times.
With these words, we meet him. And honestly, this one line tells you everything you need to know. This guy isn't just a simple baddie, he's a walking, talking, philosophical argument. He looks at our greatest ambitions, our highest hopes, and sees them as nothing more than symptoms of our own weakness.
All right, let's get into it. What makes this modern devil so different and, let's be real, so much more unsettling than the classic demons we all know? His appearance, well, it's everything.
See, that suit is so much more than a fashion statement. It's the uniform of the world he represents, this whole world of ambition that he just scoffs at, calling it a hollow, power-hungry pursuit. The message here is crystal clear. The real danger, that spirit of saying no to life, isn't hiding in some fiery pit. Nope, it's thriving in our boardrooms.
And this is absolutely crucial. The story goes out of its way to tell us he's not some monster with horns and a pitchfork. He's charming, he's well-dressed, he could be anyone. By completely ditching that old-school demon look, the narrative totally reframes the threat.
And this is where we get to the absolute heart of it. The danger isn't some evil force out there trying to tempt you with sin. He is the personification of an impulse that's already inside you. He's not trying to get you to do bad things. He's just trying to convince you that you're not strong enough, not brave enough to handle the truth of your own life.
Okay, so we've covered how he looks. Now let's get into the philosophy behind the man, because his real power is built on this incredibly sophisticated, architecture of denial.
His name says it all. He is the spirit who denies. He's that little voice in the back of your head that tells you you're not good enough, that it's too hard, that you should probably just give up. While some people look at life's terrible grandeur, he just sees one more reason to say no.
His entire worldview rests on these pillars. He champions what the philosopher Nietzsche famously called slave morality. And what's that? Well, think of it as a value system that's born from weakness and resentment, not from strength and courage. It's the kind of morality that says, I can't do it, so you shouldn't be allowed to either.
And here it is. This is his core sales pitch. He's not offering you riches or power. He's offering something much, much more tempting, the comforting lie. It's that lie that tells us we're safe, that we're fine, that everything is okay, even when, deep down, we know it's not. Now, this all builds to a massive confrontation, basically an existential showdown where he makes a wager for the very soul of the philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche. And this isn't just some casual bet, it's a battle for the soul of humanity itself. So, here's the bet. On one side, you have the all-will, who's betting that Nietzsche can handle his terrible freedom. The freedom to forge your own path, no matter how hard it gets. On the other side, you've got Mephistopheles. He's betting that Nietzsche will eventually break and come crawling back, begging for the easy way out.
But here's the incredible twist. The experiment, the very thing that's supposed to break Nietzsche, does the exact opposite. It makes him stronger. It forges him into the Overman, this being of immense power named Wotan, the literal embodiment of everything Mephistopheles can't stand. Just listen to that reaction. That's not a victory speech. That is pure, unfiltered terror. And why is he so scared? Because the Overman is someone who has completely conquered the human weaknesses that Mephistopheles preys on. His greatest weapon, our own doubt, is completely useless now. So what's the takeaway here? How does any of this apply to our actual lives? Well, this is where the character stops being just an idea in a story and becomes something really, really personal. Mephistopheles is so powerful, so compelling, because he represents a kind of philosophical gravity that exists in all of us. It's that force that's always pulling us down, trying to get us to take the easy route, whispering at us to give up on our dreams.
He's the voice of our own weakness. He represents the path of least resistance. And that's the path of just fitting in, of mediocrity, of settling for less than what you know you're capable of, all because it's just, it's easier.
And that brings us to one final provocative question. I want you to really think about this for a second. When was the last time you chose the comforting lie over the terrible truth? What did you decide to ignore simply because facing it felt too hard? And what really was the cost of that choice?